Okay, welcome to another episode of Acroyoga with Super Dave. Today, as you've seen, we are going to do partner supported planche. So for those people who have never done planche before, partner assisted planche are a lot easier, but still require some technique and skill to get them. Okay, so once again, I have Cosette helping me out. Before we even start the three variations that I'm going to show you and that you already saw, I want to make sure you guys are safe in doing this. It's very important that you have at least mats of some sort, or like cushions, maybe pillows, right in front of you so that you can really cushion the falls. We're also practicing the falls initially so that you can get used to how to move your body when you pass that point of balance and you're falling out of the pose. Okay, so in terms of our falls, I'm going to start off in tabletop. Cosette's going to come on top of me. I'm sitting just kind of on my upper back. She's hooking her feet underneath and she leans back. Okay, so I'm going to practice falling out. I'm just going to shift and then bring one hand forward. Put the forearm down and then roll out. So notice Cosette also try to put her forearm down. She wants to feel the direction of where I'm directing her. She's putting her forearm down and then she's really cushioning the fall with her shoulder. Okay, so try to practice both sides because you don't really know which way to go. You might have a predetermined side to fall in. I prefer to put my right forearm forward, but you never know where it goes, okay? Depending on where the weight shifts in your counterbalance. So this time I'm gonna try to take my left forearm forward. Okay, so as she leans, I'm going to fall, bring my forearm down, and then roll out. Okay, so if you have cushions, if you practice those falls, this is gonna make the skill a lot easier to do. Okay, so now we're gonna show you three variations for your partner assisted planche. Variation one, partner is gonna go into kind of like a semi back plank position. I'm gonna start off almost like a downward dog, so not necessarily a plank position, because I already want my shoulders over, my hips up. Cosette's gonna come sit right on my upper back. She's gonna hook her legs under, just above the knees or just slightly higher, okay? Now, I wanna cue her to move forward. So once I feel her moving forward, then I'm gonna lift my heels as high as I can and then find that balance. Pushing to the fingertips so that I don't fall too far forward. Okay, once you find that sweet spot, it should be nice and easy. Your head is pushing up against the flyer bases. Flyers, even though you might go into a slight back bend, you want to keep your core engaged, because if you start losing connection with your core, then you no longer have the leverage of lifting your legs up, right? So you got to think about engaging your core so that your legs start to lever the base's legs up. When you start off flyers, don't engage your legs immediately. As you've seen, Cosette starts with slightly bent, feet are high, and then she uses her body to lean back, keeping her core engaged. And then finally, that finishing touch, she starts to lift her feet and straighten out her legs, okay? So second variation we want to show you is, it's in the opposite direction. So you're almost doing more of a cobra-ish balance. She's put her hands down. She's gonna hook her feet the same way, but just she's in the opposite direction. So her stomach's roughly around my head area. As she leans forward, I want to get my shoulders forward. I start to lift the feet and then find the balance, taking the legs wide. I feel like I'm falling forward, I press in my fingertips and then press into the back of my head. Okay? And then land all the way back down. Okay, finally, our final variations, mostly for people with open shoulders and open back. Okay? This is more on the flyer side. So Cosette's going to show you a few stretches to do to warm up the back before you go. First stretch, we're going to do camel, just to warm up. So just put your hands on your lower back. Maybe bring your hands towards your heels. So you really want to warm up the back for the flyer. This is very, challenging in terms of back and shoulders. Shoulder opener, you can do one against the wall, hands onto the wall, and then you just kind of want to drop your chest down towards the wall, okay? Because it's a lot on the shoulders of the flyers as well. So once you do a few of those warm-up exercises, we're gonna get into the pose here. So I set up the same way. She's gonna sit back, hook her legs, and then she's gonna bring her hands all the way back onto my hands. She's gonna initially start with the arms bent, but then she wants to straighten out those arms, still keeping her core engaged. I'm gonna lean forward and then start to lift my feet. off the ground. Good, coming back down. She lifts all the way up. Okay, so that one will probably be really hard at the beginning just to get comfortable with. You might have to try that a couple of times. And hopefully you enjoy those 3 variations of our partner assisted planche. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below. And have a safe practice, try it a few times, and we'll see you next episode.